But taking over Baluchistan should take care of a bunch of that as well. Jake, did you check Genoa before he left the Empire? Yeah, now it's after, but he still is allied with Austria, who is the main factor in all of that. But who knows, might all turn around later on. I think it might be a good idea to establish Kashmir as a tributary. But then again, they are Sunni, and I kind of want all their land. Basically, if it's Sunni, it should be mine. Baden, right? Yeah, sure. Wait. I thought it might have been a war involving Genoa if it had Italians in it, but sadly not. Okay, also, with this land down, I can safely go in and squish some more units. And it's in dry lands, and it's in other lands, so let's just enjoy the fireworks. And when it comes to piety, I'm actually happy to keep it low right now, because I want the manpower, I want the tech, I want the tax. I also am in two minds about the Ottomans destroying Karakyunlu. It's going to bring them closer to my tributary Shirvan, and the remains of Persia for them to drink up. But it's Shia land, and I'm not currently very interested in Shia land. Might be in the future, though. Once I can start actually taking that land, it'll be good. So 158 losses there, and 248 losses, 242 losses there. It's all pretty good. And Kashmir apparently don't want to join in even with this. I think it was 19 aggressive expansion with them. And we have them pretty happy anyway. Overextension would be 48. We can handle that. In fact, current revolt sizes are pretty damn low. Just give me all your money as well. Yeah. Feels pretty awesome. I didn't check religion, but as expected, it's all Sunni, and of course it's all going to burn. I saw a YouTube comment that seemed surprised about how much I loved playing in the Eurasian steppes, and I couldn't even fathom why it would be strange. It's such fun gameplay, expansion feeding expansion this way, and just the sheer joy of burning it all to the ground. It kind of bypasses a lot of the mechanics within the game, but it's a different and exhilarating way to play. And sure, it's not for everybody, but not everything has to be. This fort will really help with devastation around here. It might not be worth paying for, though. I mean, considering the dosh. However, trade companies are pretty damn awesome, and I'm now entering them. Colonial and Trade Company, there we go, West Indian Charter. I'd quite like to add them to it. I mean, what do I lose? Missionary, manpower, tax. But I get trade and, you know, actually, all things considered, why would I want these apart from the no autonomy floor? It's not actually going to help me right now. So I want to get a feel for if I'm going to make money on debasing right now. If I had it maxed out, I would be paying, what, 23? Let's just say 25 ducats a month. Times 24. 25, 250, I don't think I'm quite at the point of making money through debasing. But I'm getting there. So with all these people dead, the question is who's next on the chopping block. It'll be a wee while before I can actually fight Uzbek, as it happens. 99. It is tempting to just go over to Novgorod and smack his chops, but I can't actually see myself fighting down and around here because I don't want to deal with the alliances that I see here. Well, I should get a diplomat and check that first. But there's always people to burn. Trade unions will give you extra merchants if you have majority trade power. Yeah, that's not going to happen with the current setup. I would definitely need to expand into Gujarat. Or just generally some of the people down and around here. But shall we pull back a bit? I would love to go and speak to the Russians for a little bit. You know, I really don't care about the devastation around here, honestly. So why even keep this fort? That's what I'm asking myself. I don't need it for revolts, because there won't be any. Courtesy of this land being so good to me. And the land is being so good to me. Also, whoops, let's make sure we don't get corruption. We managed to outdo Persia to the point where they're not a rival. So, if we fight Novgorod, Muscovy will join in. Muscovy is horribly in debt. Muscovy do not have Tech 8, but they do have Tech 7, so it would be kind of even. They also just integrated Perm, which is good. This whole land is forfeit if I attack him, because he has no forts there. Just Morom. And I kind of want Belo Ozero for myself. We also kind of need to get the truces rolling here to prevent more, you know what I'm trying to say. So what would I do with Muscovy? I'd break him up with Denmark for certain. Feels really good to have two of these filled out now. Break him up with Denmark to be certain. I'd want to eat Novgorod. I kind of want Belo Ozero for myself. I would like to spit him out as a subject so I can have Ryazan and Belo Ozero as big Russian marches, because I actually don't want this land for myself. Maybe someday in the future, but nah. I'd actually just rather have some really beefy marches to look after it. You have a fort in northern Russia, Jake. I got 2 forts here. They are, believe it or not, pretty good for dealing with Muscovy, because it's something for him to beeline into instead of just scattering across my own country. So, can I think of a good reason? Hey, why are you fighting Shirvan? It's because Shirvan allied the Ottomans, which is good. It means the Ottomans aren't going to want that land as much. Still not wanting to suckle on the Otto-Teats. I want to avoid that as best I can, but I remain married just to keep them off my back. So about that threatened war, they're having none of it. Okay. I understand. So if expansion around here isn't going to happen for a wee while, Russia really is the answer. And if I look at army strength, Muscovy still got it in them. What about the fort of... Oh, tell me they tore down their forts. No, I tore down their forts in favor of giving them to Ryazan. That's kind of funny to me. It's all woods here, but I think we should ride on through Muscovy and just crush him. Break up his alliance with Denmark. Oh, if I had a short truce with Muscovy, then I could break his spine. Yeah. Jake, if you hire a level 2 artist, you become eligible for an event that gives you a +1 yearly horde unity for the rest of the game. What's the mean time to happen on that? Answer soon. That will help me weigh up whether or not it's worth it. Not that horde unity is a problem, but it becomes a growing problem as you, well, grow. So, with a mind to crushing Russians, let's head up there. Raise the world. Raising the world to new heights here. I got Tabaristan here, but thinking about it, I could probably bum rush Tabaristan pretty quickly. It is the wrong religion for me, unfortunately. But it's a pretty damn nice province to burn. But they're not too worried about what I've been doing, so that's okay. Also, dare I see a Timurid turnaround on Uzbek? Uzbek are going to be finding it hard to mobilize. Okay, no, they just brought everything back. 180 months, 15 years, up to you. I like the sound of that. Let's give it a go. Oh well, goodbye money. Very soon I'd like to rely considerably less on mercs. They are drinking my dosh like mad. So an administrator from Lithuania, is that true? What just happened there? He's an embezzler, so he sells provinces to clear debt. Lithuania is in debt. That's kind of good news for me. However, now Poland is a bit closer to me, and that's a bit scary. Pretty funny at the same time, though. Okay, Ottomans, Poland, Uzbek. Well, I mean, I'm going to kill Uzbek. That much is a given, so... Happy to say Uzbek. Jake, artists are... You bought a philosopher. Oh, I bought a philosopher. Well, what a shame. What a waste of money he was. Glad somebody noticed that. Now, as I said at the start of the stream, but I guess fewer people were there and I might as well reiterate, I went for some pre-consultation on some eye stuff, and I was given some eye drops that have made my pupils the size of dinner plates. And I'm pretty light sensitive, and I can't see short or long distance, so the whole game's a bit of a blur for me right now. It's not a good day, to be honest. But that's okay, we power through this stuff, right? I want to power my way to that admin tech, though. That would be nice. My question is, where is Muscovy hiding? If I were the Muscovite army, where would I be? I'd be quaking in my boots. I'd have to worry about the Novgorod army as well. Really just want to fight them both. Muscovy is a shell of his former self. But I could just wait for him to come over here. We got these forts and woods. And even better, this fort in the grasslands where I'll do even more damage. There's a few things to consider there. Those cores are going to take their sweet time. Fortunately, they're a good bit faster due to what exactly? That core creation cost idea. It's very rare for me to take administrative first because I don't usually care too much about core cost. But for the Golden Horde, it can really help you sustain things. I mean, territorial core in a 3-dev province is only going to cost you 15. Well, 11 now. And burning down a bit of tax gets you 20. I still really don't want to deal with those Danes. So when fighting Muscovy, bearing in mind he's a non-co-belligerent, I could actually take the age ability for transfer subject. I'd be able to take Belo Ozero as a subject for half price, and then I could feed Novgorod to Belo Ozero. Seems a bit pricey, but as long as the truce is under 10 years, it should be good, right? Dangerously high, they say. Pshaw. Well, I don't see a reason to hang back on it. The only question is, where is the Muscovite army? Because it is pretty big. There's also Novgorod, who probably is nowhere near as strong at 18,000, but still, it's Tech 7, okay, and Muscovy just got Tech 8, so I'm not particularly vastly stronger than him. But I am stronger. It is a war that I will win. It's always a cost measurement, really. But I can smack him down and then I can turn around to eat up Uzbek stuff. But I don't like not knowing where his units are. If I were a sleazy Muscovite, where would I be keeping my army? Georgia, Multan, Chagatai all would like an alliance, too bad. Who would like to be my tributary? A lot more people now that I'm terrorizing down here, including Multan, who I previously wasn't that interested in fighting, but Multan would actually start giving me a reasonable sum of everything. Well, you know what? I'm all up for that. You'd give me the big bucks. I'm not even interested in manpower from you. I'm interested in what else you can do for me. I do need admin. A couple more a year would be nice. But I also like ducats. I like ducats a lot. In fact, speaking of liking ducats, perhaps I should squeeze some out of people. I mean, I could squeeze quite a bit more out of you. 11 ducats a year is alright. It's better than some of the alternatives, honestly. Some of these other guys just seem more like traps. Oman is kind of good, actually. As long as the Ottomans are far away from them. So I think we'll go down that route as well. Now everybody wants to suckle on the golden teats. This is good times. And worst case scenarios, they just kind of break away. Oman is pretty much the same question here. I mean, I'd love to get admin from both of them. Imagine that, 4 extra admin a year. But I like money. We are the Golden Horde, so we won't take the clever idea. We'll take the what we want idea. Well, there's a sign of the Muscovite army. Really though, where is he? I don't particularly want to focus over here, because then I'd have to deal with the Novgorod and Pskov fort. What I should probably do is just charge through here. Ah, but there's Novgorod itself that I have to worry about. Worry is putting it oddly, but it's still a slight concern. I could also play defensively, that's an option. Bum rushing Novgorod. Oh, he managed to erect a fort. It's tricky just because I don't know where everything is, and it's all forest, so I don't get particularly good groove going on when I fight there. Would I benefit from here? Again, it's like 25 times that. Let's find out, shall we? So I gotta pay 24 months times that. Which is 240. Okay, I am making money from debasing. That's good to know. And you kind of have to work up a build for that, but work it up we shall. I want to engage him here. I do not want to engage him in not here. Rostov is still his subject, which is kind of cool. So I could slaughter him in a heartbeat. But yeah, maybe I should just comb through here, siege it up so that I can focus on one area. It's just that sieging this stuff is expensive, and the area is huge. And again, it's not like he doesn't have an army. He has an army, alright. 30,000 of them. And I don't have a lot of reason to think that mine are better. He's got shock damage. But I have horses. But he's got forests. Can you tell me how much it costs to root out corruption on the full slider of your total development? I mean, at the moment it costs me 1132, and I make 296. So there is a profit there. Okay. Other thought. I focus my efforts here to get the sieges, and then... Hold on. His forts won't be paid for. Okay, Novgorod isn't paid for. That is pretty good. Novgorod's paying for their fort, but okay. Yeah, I focus on this side. He swarms into Kazan, and then I come and bum rush him. I also want to bum rush Rostov just because I'm here. Because that's how I operate. What if his army is here? Okay, I mean, I can get an easy quick kill on Rostov. Just without horses. Or rather, even without horses. Horses go there. You back them up. You all get up there. And we just kill Rostov. Now don't pay for that fort there. That's a man that's not paying for his forts. So yeah, we bum rush Rostov, we quickly secure Novgorod. And then we just hold this and hope that he goes for one of our forts. That's pretty good. You can tell me... Alright, that was a question already answered. And it was good old Afdish. Something Russian wanting to know about corruption. Okay, time for you to die. I don't think I have to worry about aggressive expansion around here, because only Lithuania cares a little bit about it, and even then it's maybe. Alright, we'll just take him on. It'll be a good, clean fight. Of course, tribal conquest. Why would anyone use anything else? And I look forward to you getting involved, Muscovy. Fellow Ozero, of course, getting involved, as do their friends. And you gonna die. In fact, I can kill you super fast with them as well. Horses in on the 12th, you in on the 9th. No. Horses on the 11th, you in on the 10th. And then we make our way over there, because we're deep down kind of scared. Ryazan pays for his forts. Muscovy has a fort there? It's kind of a shame, but what you gonna do? As long as we get Novgorod in one tick, we're all happy. Oh, wow. That feels good. So the numbers actually don't look so great for me, but as long as we pick our fights well, we'll be okay. I'm being asked what music this is. You're really hurting me by having to use my eyes here. This is Barbarians Approaching, and it's from the Europa Universalis Rome soundtrack. You owe me some new eyes. So Novgorod's going to be very unhappy that Muscovy is just letting Novgorod fall. These forts are active, which is good. They're not in flatlands, which isn't so good, but bleh. So how are we going to operate here? I want to hang around these woods, really. I want him to have to deal with my forts, not the other way around. This is going to fall in one siege tick, which is fine. Then I have to think what to do with my armies. There is a train of thought that says move on to Pskov. We can take it down in due time, whilst he busies himself in my land. That is kind of reasonable, especially if I leave it with one cannon, a little bit of merc, just enough to keep it going, and my kind of crappy siege general. Then the rest of you guys can take over these provinces, because they're not going to be looked after very well by Muscovy, assuming Muscovy's armies stay the heck away from me. But then there's the Novgorod armies as well, which can't be underestimated. He's been beaten back, but this is still a very hard Novgorod. If this was like a normal Novgorod, I'd be laughing if he was able to produce more than 7,000 units. Okay, what are we going to do with you guys then? Like I said, don't want to underestimate. I'm happy for the enemy to deal with our forts, not the other way around. Okay, so he's got a cent for me. This is fine. Right, so he does smell blood over here. Be there on the 29th, but then he might just go down to Rzhev. So I'm actually going to pack it in on Rzhev. If he wants to go to Novgorod, that's fine by me, but he fought against that, because he's not a complete fool. Baluchistanis wish to rise up. I hope it's not here. It is not. Good. Where would they want to do that? But I'm still coring this land. How dare you want to rise up? Well, I mean, it's just land that I can increase. I guess I got a bit unlucky with these guys rising up. Also, I took a lot of land at one time, so what you gonna do? The autonomy will go down on its own. That'll be all those provinces, no doubt. It's still quite a bit. I can't reduce war exhaustion much further. And I don't have a guy to reduce unrest, unfortunately. That is actually a shame. I really don't want to have to deal with those rebels, especially since I dismantled that fort. I could increase stability, which is bloomin' expensive. Or I could luck it out. I like lucking it out. Love that he's Master of Arms as well, that's so good. Okay, not so much for my build, but it's so good overall. And I want these guys to be focusing on our stuff here, so I might as well tell you guys to attach, and then I'll have this little guy with friendlies attaching. Which means horses, get away. Oh, of course, there's also this fort, which I could focus on, and perhaps should. Gives me something to do at least. But there's nothing to worry about unless he either goes for my gold mine or starts sieging me out proper. You're making a staggering 1 ducat per month with debasing. Hey, that's not too bad. Okay, if you're attaching there, then I don't need the 2 of you. In fact, that's pretty good. Get to work on that for me. Super General's still alive, thank God. He's working on Ryazan and he's working on Penza. This smells like a job for the Horde. As long as he doesn't, like, bring everything together. These guys should be more than enough to run them down. Oh, I'm kind of looking forward to these fights. And Ferra boost. But Sistan... Wait, what isn't cored? Zaranja and Chaga. Okay. There's still coring to be done, is what I'm being told. Well, that's fair. And did I get... Okay, National Unrest. And it's a lassie as well. That's really quite good for me right now, even if she is kind of expensive and costing me all that sweet debasing profit. Ryazan is good, it steps. It's also Novgorod, he's about to feel a lot of pain. Oh, he's about to feel a hell of a lot of pain. But he's going to escape me because his tag is younger than mine. Bastard. Yeah, they really skedaddled when I brought the pain train. But in a way, it's okay. Milan and Austria, I can't really see what's going on, but I do hope that involves more Austria versus Genoa. That's my dream. Can't really engage in all this stuff, it's too woody for me. Horses can't hack it. But I should keep a close eye on what happens here. I want him in Ryazan. Okay, he saw us through some great times, but now our heir Osman Oglu is in charge. 422. It's alright. It's not great, it's not bad. I would quite like to see what he's made of. It's probably going to be nothing special. He's got it where it counts. And that means that Ottomans and us share a dynasty, which is pretty awesome. Let's improve relations. I want to keep them above 100 so they don't turn around and smack me one. And being who he is, we can get missionary strength. And I want to pump up stability if we weren't so overextended. I really don't want those rebels progressing. It's kind of tempting to harsh treat them since I do hemorrhage mill points. He's just so scared of attacking me, and for good reason, but he's still scared. Well, we can send our mercs out to siege up this land, since they're otherwise just standing by, really. And I can even take Yuriev back. Why not? Oh, that was pretty good progress. I'd like to move on Olonets as well. Might not be a clever thing to do, but I still like to do it. Oh, excellent. He's just so... Goodbye, unrest. And hello, abilities. Aggressive expansion impact is sorely tempting, but the ability to transfer subject just seems so good. I'm gonna get a free diplomat to think about. Excuse me, what I'm doing with this guy, though. Jake, can you see Japan yet? Heavens no. So Muscovy, first off, you have to break up with Denmark. Second off, anything extra I do has to... Yeah, that's horrific. Aggressive expansion impact is also really good. So is +1 combat in any steppe province. Yeah, it's really a tie between the three for me. But there's no subject I can punch out, because I don't want to take Novgorod land for myself. Unless I really want to see Karelia on the map.